what are the basic types of security threats that a business should be aware of, or a nonprofit for that matter?
100%. So like we said earlier, the biggest one is social engineering. So security awareness training for your people should be top of mind, and making sure that people really do genuinely that they can recognize that something is wrong. And the one of the industry's kind of always want to add acronyms, right? It's the best. There's a methodology called the SLAM method. So you are looking at the subject line of the email, or I'm sorry, actually sender. You're looking at any links that are in that email. You're carefully reviewing whatever attachments are there. And then finally realizing like, okay, if any of the prior things have tripped any red flags, then I probably shouldn't even look at this message. But above and beyond that, even your vendors and other organizations that you work with, you should really, when you're starting to establish those business relationships, you should make sure that everybody's on the same page, especially with something like a financial transaction, to make sure that there are backstops in place so that people aren't changing banking information or payroll information off of a single method or a single form of communication. That those things, and they can end your business for sure if you get caught in a bad spot. But other than social engineering, making sure that your devices are as up to date as you can. It can be pretty tough when the new Windows or Mac OS updates roll around to find the time to get them installed and reboot during your workday. But device vulnerabilities are up there. If a bad guy can get on a machine, there is a good chance that they will be able to take it over, unfortunately. And even in a more secure environment, it's still risky. Devices are always a risk. The only secure computer is one that's turned off and thrown in a box at the bottom of the ocean. But unfortunately, those don't work very well. But other risk factors, and this is maybe a little bit more in the weeds, something that IT nerds would talk about, but consider the software vendors that you're working with and their potential likelihood for being compromised themselves. We've had a handful of, not we, COVI, but we, the industry, has had a handful of big supply chain attacks over the last 5 years or so, where an attacker will target an organization that provides software to its customers. And those attackers are looking to get into specific customer networks. So they will take control of usually something like a software signing certificate. They'll write a bad malicious piece of software, sign it with the vendor's valid code, signing cert, and then deploy it using their software update mechanisms. So it is always good to consider, like, are these companies that I'm working with and relying on to run my business, are they following good practices? Do they have good incident response programs? Do they have internal security teams? So it is as you start to realize the threat landscape, it's overwhelming, but you take it one day at a time, and
lots of angles.
Yes, lots of angles, definitely.
All right. So we talked about as far as some basic risk areas, email, how you exchange data. We also talked about how you manage best practices with your vendors and other folks that you interact with on a daily basis. And we also talked about choosing your software platforms intentionally.
Yeah, very careful.
And understanding their risk factors. And at COVI, those are all things that we help our customers with to keep things balanced.